Let's start with the quarterback, Justin Fields. He had a bad game. Let's call it what it is. He had another bad game. And am I shocked? No. I saw a lot of people calling Justin Fields a franchise quarterback after that Indy game. I'm like, he had a couple good drives, but that first half was bad. He choked in the final drive of the game. It's like, really? Franchise quarterback? You're calling him a franchise quarterback? He wasn't a franchise quarterback in Chicago. He has yet to prove himself as a franchise quarterback here. Maybe I'm being brutal, but I'm okay with that. I'm very careful with the term franchise quarterback. The last dude I called a franchise quarterback absolutely burned me. I spent the better part of 2023 calling a mediocre at best quarterback a franchise quarterback. Fields ain't there yet. Maybe he can grow into it, but we've been saying that nonsense for the last 4 years. I said at the beginning of the year in my Justin Fields video, in a few years, do I think Justin Fields is going to be the guy? No. And he's continuing to prove that today. He had a couple good games this year, but look, at the beginning of this game, Justin Fields looked okay. He looked more decisive with the football, but that first quarter alone, he had he left a lot of room for improvement, in my opinion. He missed a throw to Connor Hayward down the left sideline. A lot of people were praising him for that throw. Hit Connor Hayward in the hands. Connor Hayward should have caught it. And yeah, I agree. Connor Hayward, that ball hits you in the hands. He should have caught it. But hey, can I also say, Connor Hayward had his man beat. Connor Hayward still had to dive for the football. And while he got his hands on it, if Justin Fields gives him a better ball to a wide open receiver, he's catching that in stride for a touchdown. That's a play that would have been the difference in the game. Later on in that same drive, Justin Fields had a Darnell Washington wide open down the seam. Didn't throw the ball with touch. We're talking about year 4. That's a ball you got to have if you're a franchise quarterback. Got to put a little bit of air on that ball. Give your 6'7" receiver a chance to catch that. Those are 2 plays that should have been touchdowns. And even the Darnell Washington play, arguably, you would have at least been able to say, hey, he got us into the red zone. The Connor Hayward one should have been a touchdown. You may say, hey, that's on Connor Hayward. Justin Fields is innocent there. No, he's not. No, he's not. Franchise quarterbacks make that throw. Joe Burrow makes that throw. Lamar makes that throw. Pat Mahomes makes that throw. Russell Wilson probably even makes that throw. Let's be honest. I'm not calling him a franchise quarterback, but hey, that's a throw that would have been the difference in the game. That's a throw you need a franchise quarterback to make. We don't have that in Pittsburgh. We did see a lot of designed runs for Justin Fields. I liked that. I've been calling for the Steelers to do that the last few weeks, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. The design runs didn't make up for all the mistakes Justin Fields made. He's still fumbling the football, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Justin Fields got blew up on that play. He got blown up on that play." I know Isaac Seumalo got blown up on that one Justin Fields fumble. It takes a split second to go from here, having the football right here, to tucking it. It's that quick. Tuck the ball. You feel pressure around you, tuck the ball. It's not that hard. You shouldn't. Look, a lot of people are trying to defend Justin Fields there. I'm not. Justin Fields has been an absolute turnover machine, an absolute sack fumble machine the last, 3-4 years in Chicago. Still doing it here. He's terrible at protecting the football. Let's call it how it is. I'm really not open to any defense for Justin Fields there. He's still not throwing the ball away when there's pressure around him. He's trying to extend the play. It gets him in a lot of trouble. He takes a lot of sacks because of it. Gets tackled, gets hit because of it. He needs to learn how to throw the ball away because it's becoming costly to his team. There was a late ball to open George Pickens on 3rd down early on in the game. George was wide open on the corner route. Just stared him down, waited. And by the time Justin threw the ball, George was already at the sideline. It's like, hey, Justin, you got to help me out here. I'm open. That ball is very late. Now, eventually in the first half, Justin Fields did go down with what looked like could have been a concussion. Kyle Allen comes in, throws a strike to Pat Freiermuth. Fields comes in, throws a strike to Connor Hayward. 4 plays, touchdown to Connor Hayward. You thought Connor Hayward would make up for it there. He got his touchdown. Put the Steelers in the lead, 7-6. But other than that, man, Justin Fields had one other good drive the entire game? He's not good enough. He isn't good enough. But people spent the better part of the last 4 weeks calling Justin Fields a franchise quarterback. Really? That's a franchise quarterback team? Okay. Okay. All right. That's a franchise quarterback to you. Look, what y'all saw in a franchise quarterback, I saw a guy who still struggles protecting the football. He threw a couple, by the way, he threw multiple interceptions today that got dropped. Y'all should go back and watch that. Couple balls that he threw should have been picked off by a Cowboys defender that didn't get picked off. Should have been. Y'all are talking about how he only has one turnover. Oh my God. He should have a handful more. Let's be very clear about that. All right. Hey, other than that, oh, Justin had a couple balls dropped by his receiver. Justin had a good play to George Pickens on 3rd and 4. Pickens dropped it. All right. What else? Justin had one good throw right there. What else did he do? He didn't do much. He ain't do much. This is the guy you're calling a franchise quarterback. I say, hey, I need to see a lot more before I call this guy a franchise quarterback. All right? I thought we might have a guy the first couple weeks, but I'm like, hey, that first half looked a little choppy. I need to see him improve on that. Hey, I need to see him build here. He's not cutting it. He's not cutting it. And Russ going in isn't going to fix the problems with this Steelers offense. Fields ain't good enough. He needs to be better. Is this loss entirely on him? No. No, this loss is on basically everybody. On Najee ain't good enough. The O-line ain't good enough. George ain't good enough. Van Jefferson sure as heck ain't good enough. Nick Herbig went down. He was pretty good today. TJ was pretty good today. Beanie Bishop was awful today. Joey Porter was awful today. Minka wasn't that good today. And Landon Roberts came in and made a play. I look at the most important position on this team. Quarterback. Kind of the most important position in sports. Quarterback wasn't good enough today. Stop defending him. Y'all are so protective of this quarterback who hasn't earned the unconditional love and protection that y'all are giving him. Let's have some patience before we call this dude a franchise quarterback. Justin Fields ain't a franchise quarterback. And you know what? In 4 years, he probably ain't going to be the franchise quarterback. Because he ain't shown it in the first 4 years of his career. What makes you think he's going to show it the next 4 years? He's showing the same problems that he had in Chicago. Are we seeing the same thing? No? Okay, that's fine. That's what I'm seeing. He's a dude who's not able to beat a blitz, never has a plan for the blitz, always tries to outrun a blitz. He likes to stare down his receivers, rarely throws with anticipation. Not very good at reading the defense. He's better than he was in Chicago. He's taking care of the football better, but he's still not good enough. Be careful with the word franchise quarterback because Justin Fields sure as heck ain't that. I'd like to see him get better. I want him to succeed, but we're at a point right now where Russell Wilson literally might be starting against Vegas next week. We've been, if you're paying attention to what he's saying in interviews, if you're paying attention with what's being said on TV today, the reporters in whatever conferences, discussions they've had with Coach Tomlin got about as close as they could to saying Russell Wilson starting next week without actually saying it. They kind of tiptoed around it. Hey, Russell Wilson's going to be good to go after this game against the Cowboys. By the way, these guys do have conversations with the head coaches just to get intel on things to talk about during the week. Tomlin totally told him, hey, we're expecting Russ to be playing this week if Justin Fields can't keep the job. Guess what? Justin Fields ain't kept the job. He ain't protected his job very well at all. Only thing he's done pretty well is not throw picks. Really, that's all he's done great. He's running okay, but I do believe, and I'd honestly call it a prediction at this point, that Mike Tomlin told the reporters in their pregame conferences, hey, if Justin Fields doesn't lock this job down this week, expect to see Russ in there. I think y'all can expect to see Russell Wilson in there against Vegas. And I don't think that's going to fix many problems either. Look, I've got my criticisms about Justin. I don't think Russ is fixing the problems with this offense.